when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Hi, all my friends. I'm so glad to have you all here. Remember how we do it. We stream to my channel and Case's channel. So if we speak to somebody that you don't see, they're probably on the other channel. But you guys can be either place you want to be, and we don't care a bit. But if you're on my channel, I pinned at the top Case's link. So please subscribe to her as well. And remember the last time that we were here, we spoke about how Case has migraines and we have to cancel some days and how that affects her. They're called hemiplegic migraines, and it affects her speech sometimes and her eyesight and her strength in her hands and things like that. But she really wanted to be here today, and I know that you guys, everybody here loves her, and we don't care a bit. You know, we're just glad to have her. Case, so tell us how you're feeling today.
Hey guys. I do have a headache today, and my eyes bother me. My left eye, I can hardly open, and I'm having trouble with vision and a little trouble walking, but it'll get better. I just want to be here with you guys. It's important to me that we get on more of a regular schedule, going live, and so Mo may do a lot of talking today, but I am here. There are a couple of things that I will talk about. I just ask that give me grace when I'm reading. There's an article I'm going to read a little bit of. Just give me grace through that, please. And if you do pray, please pray for my family and myself. I don't want to be sick through Christmas. So, but thank you all
No.
so much for being here. I really do appreciate it.
Yes, we're going to pray it away like we always do. And everybody here, all your friends are here. You know what?
I know.
And everybody here, they have their own issues. I speak to a lot of people in Brittany's Discord, and we all can relate about, you know, we all have our own problems. And I read one day this saying, and it really hits truth. Like, if we all threw our problems out in the street, we would end up picking our own back up because they're not as bad as we think. You know it.
Exactly. It's like okay. Um, Mo knows that I like watching Ty Chrisley podcasts, and I couldn't think the other day the name of podcast I heard this from, but it's talks about hard. Everybody, Mo, I gotta take phone call. Will you do this? Finish.
Sure, sure. Chrissy, it's always good to have you, my friend. And PJ, thank you for coming. Um, I'm just a baby newbie, and I don't ever go live on my channel by myself. And plus, Case is my BFF, so two peas in a pod. You know what? Remember, guys, we were talking the other day about things that we do to pass the time. Sometimes, uh, I have been making resin planners, and I made some for my sister, uh, for her friends at work, and I can show you guys that while we wait. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I made this one with real roses and gold leaf, and then I made this one. That one has real sand and seashells in it. It's like a two-part epoxy that makes a hard plastic, and then this one I made with real wildflowers and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing to take my breaks from true crime, because I know you guys get it. We have to take breaks sometimes, and it's okay. Like Case says, self-care is the most important care, right, guys? Thank you, Chris. This is the first. I've only made coasters before, so that's the first time that I made planners. But are you back, Case?
She does, yeah, she does good job. Sorry about that, but she does such good job. Hey PJ, thank you so much for being here. Hey Chris, but yeah, just it. I mean, when I was talk Chris, they say, everybody has a hard. What's hard for you? The hardest thing you've ever went through is not the hardest thing I ever went through, and vice versa. So we can't compare hard. Like my hardest day is different than most hardest day, and I wish people just realize that and stop comparing themselves to others.
Yeah,
Uh, um,
exactly. Okay, today what we were going to talk about, you guys, this came to my mind because I found an article on News Nation, and it's talking about how internet sleuths and YouTubers, sometimes they help and sometimes they hinder. So I was going to, and then we had the statement from the Moscow police speaking about such, about the Idaho 4. And so I thought we would look at this article, and then Case is going to read what the Moscow police chief said, and then we have a few examples of how internet sleuths and TikTok and YouTube has actually helped the true crime community, and then a few cases where it hasn't helped the true crime community. And that has been just recently, just one thing that I can thank. I said thank. Oh, my country's coming out. Think of. Oh, it slips out on me sometimes. Oh my
it's
goodness.
all right. It's all right.
And sometimes I say fingers. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see. As news spread of the quadruple homicide in Moscow, Idaho, amateur internet sleuths began scouring social media looking for clues. Who did the victims follow on Instagram? When did they last comment on TikTok? With the case unsolved, online speculation continues to run wild. And it says on TikTok videos with the hashtag Idaho murders, 215 million views. Okay, you guys remember that 215 million views, because this other case we're going to look at only had 10,000. A subreddit to the case has over 43,000 members. Um, and then it talks about how they found it at the food truck and how all of us armchair detectives immediately honed in on a hooded man that can be seen in the footage, publicizing his name and digging into his social media account. I gotta raise my hand. I'm kind of guilty on that one. I looked at that food truck video over and over and over. Um, let's see. But it says here that they're working off incomplete, that we're working off incomplete information. But they're doing the same things that we are. Whenever I find something on there, I try to look to, what do you call it, validate or confirm. And you can't even trust mainstream news for some of it sometimes. They get stuff wrong too. They're working off the same exact information we are. You know what? Uh,
Exactly.
mhm. Okay, and then it talks here about how Jen and Kyle Bethune found a video of a white van they caught on their camera during a trip to Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you guys because do you guys? I have some. Were you got most of us were around for Gabby for like when Gabby Petito when her case was going on. This is the first time that. Oh, Case, do you want to read what the before we talk about Gabby? Do you want to read what the Moscow police said about internet sleuths?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It says investigators. This is on the City of Moscow Police Department Facebook page. It says investigators have been monitoring online activity related to this ongoing and active investigation and are aware of a large amount of rumors and misinformation being shared, as well as harassing and threatening behavior toward potentially involved parties. Anyone engaging in threats of harassment, whether in person or online or otherwise, needs to understand that they could be subjecting themselves to criminal charges. Moscow Police Department cautions the public not to rely on rumors and remains committed to keeping the public informed. We urge reliance on official channels for accurate information. Hey, Broken Justice. So, guys, what they're getting at is all these channels that are making up things just for clicks, clickbait channels. That's wrong. They're going to end up facing criminal charges if they don't stop. Now, like us coming here showing facts that have been presented, that's one thing. But when you go and you start saying, okay, John Doe, he was seen in the area. I think John Doe could have done this. Let me find out everything about John Doe, even down to his blood type and his firstborn. We're going to make John Doe go confess to the police whatever he knows about this crime. That's illegal. And you're going to end up in jail over this.
And even if it's not um, illegal, some things are just morally wrong that I would never do. Like the guy who changed an article to read what he wanted to go along with his fake evidence, and
Mm-hmm.
for the parents to actually find out on YouTube that that could be the last screams on earth of their two daughters. I cannot imagine. I hope he doesn't have kids because, well, I mean, he probably did. I don't know. I'm just really upset about that. You know what?
I don't think that he really cares a whole lot. If
No,
you want to know my opinion, I don't think he cares a lot.
no. And then last year, I was worried that he was interfering with Gabby's case because he was putting it as fact, and allegedly, in my opinion, that that Brian was seen all over the Appalachian Trail and a bunch of other places. What if somebody there was a big bounty for Brian too. People were all over looking for him. What if somebody would have been trying to get that money and accosted some of those people that wasn't Brian? You know it?
Mm-hmm. And think about it like this: what if that was your family member that they're going after, accusing them of a crime that they did not commit?
Uh-huh. Uh, um, and also last year, I think that he was getting some flack for what he did in the Gabby situation, and so he put a community post, and he was I'll show you guys what it says, but let's see. Hi everyone, I would like to release a statement about my videos as of recently. People are treating them as if they were factual information, but these are just user submitted tips that I discuss. We would never uh, show user submitted tips unless we had backed them up. I mean, no offense
Mm-mm.
to guys that are helping and stuff like that, but we would always verify, you know it. But he says the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of my videos are to increase public knowledge on the case as well as the possible whereabouts of Brian Laundrie, and has radically changed from simply reporting on the news to actually having some closure on this case. I feel a personal connection with this case now. Everything has happened so fast, and I am working on being better at reporting as my channel grows. I now repeatedly put out disclaimers in my videos and will begin citing my sources more accurately. Well, I don't think he has taken that to heart. Do you guys?
No, I don't. It seems like he's still doing same old stupid stuff to me. I did read last night that he made his Twitter private.
Uh-huh. That's no surprise. And why didn't he? And he deleted that community post that I just showed you guys. I mean, when I looked last time, his most recent one was from 3 years ago. So, I mean, what's he trying to hide?
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
And then let's see. Oh, I wanted to show you guys exactly uh, when Red, White, and Bethune how they they helped. There's some family vloggers that go all over the United States in their RV, and well, I'll read their description on that video because it tells exactly what happened pretty well. I know most of us were around during that time, but it's so easy to forget. Time moves so fast in real life and on YouTube, so it's so easy to forget exactly what happened. Let's see here.
Yes, it is.
It says, we were editing our Sunday video tonight and we were looking at footage from on August 27th, 2021, around 6 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in Spread Creek dispersed camping. We had passed a white van with Florida plates. We noticed it because we were originally from Florida and stopped and wanted to say hi. It says, when they passed the van, all the lights were off and it didn't look like anyone was there. We ended up leaving because we couldn't find a spot. And then they went through their footage and noticed it. I want to tell you guys how big the Grand Teton National Forest is: 310,000 acres and 485 square miles. Imagine if they hadn't been doing what they always do, record with their dash cams and stuff like that. What if they hadn't have done that? I don't think Gabby would have ever been found. Do you, Case?
I don't either.
Mm-mm. And it says she
Mm-mm.
was found 1,000 feet from this vehicle. So I wanted to show you guys just a little bit of that for a minute.
On August 27th, 2021, we got camera footage going through the Grand Tetons Park around 6 to 6:30 p.m.
This is at the Spread Creek dispersed camping area. We got there and there was a huge gravel lot, and we decided we wanted to try to drive more toward the back because we had heard the views were better back there.
Oh, it's so freaky watching this. To me, it feels like you're really there. And just thinking Gabby is right up here. After we know her autopsy and stuff like that. Oh, bless her heart.
So we were heading back on this long dirt gravel road.
And we came across a white van that had Florida plates, a small white van. We were going to stop and say hi because we're from Florida too, but the van was completely dark. There was nobody there, so we decided to continue on our way.
Yeah, the van looked like it was pretty much kind of abandoned. We figured maybe they were out hiking or they were just chilling inside. There was no doors open. It was just kind of, neat to see a Florida plate, on the other side of the country. It's not something you see all the time.
But we wanted to include this in the video just in any way that we can help and get this out there to be able to find Gabby Petito. So
they put this out trying to help find her. This was before they found her. See, I had forgotten this, that they put this out before she was found.
If you could share it, if you know anything, please don't hesitate.
Yeah, as we're coming up on it, we're approaching it up here on the left-hand side. This is most definitely Gabby Petito's Ford Transit van. It's kind of wild, like it's insane a little bit, because we drove past, we actually weren't able to find any sites, and we ended up driving back through, saw it again, but here it is on the left. So,
oh my goodness, and he was still there.
And I slowed it down so you can possibly see it a little bit better.
Kind of freaky for a late Saturday evening, but we just kind of had a brain fart. Oh my God, there's that van. So if anybody can help, I know the FBI is looking for all the help they can get on their case.
So this is one time that social media definitely helped the true crime community. Definitely made a difference.
Absolutely.
And there's one other time that I want to tell you guys about. Let me see here. There in February of I want to tell you guys this quote that I found on another article. It says, most agencies don't have that many detectives to canvass for any kind of evidence. Now we have so many eyes out there, millions of civilian investigators, because now they're on the lookout. It's kind of like an Amber Alert, but more effective, Michael Alcazar, retired NYPD detective, said. That does make a lot of sense. An Amber Alert, but more effective. Hey, Ginger, that's all right. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. There's one other time instance that I want to tell you guys about where it really did help. It was Daisy DeLau in February of 2021. She's 19 years old. She was in college and she was working at the CVS trying to save up enough money for a used car. And she was going to the local college and she hoped to be a makeup and tattoo artist. But her boyfriend, Victor Sosa, he was 25. They had a rocky relationship from the start. She tried to hide it from her mom at first, the scratches and things like that. But actually one time her little brother actually saw Victor attack his sister. So she finally got tired of it and was able to get away. But one night he came over and she decided to meet him outside, and we know what happens in those instances a lot. Let's see. Broken Justice says the true crime community can make such a big difference if they wouldn't make up stuff, if they could stick to the truth and try to make a difference, but they don't. You're exactly right, Broken
Exactly.
Justice. And if they didn't try to be the first ones to report on everything, I think that's the reason why a lot of the time misinformation gets spread, because they want to be the first to report. Like, I just found out last night, maybe 2 minutes, and I went to the Chatham County Jail website to verify for myself, and that Billy Joe actually had been arrested, and she had, but there was like 3 or 4 lives going on before I had time to go to the jail website and check it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hey, Vern, it's good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Vern. Thank you for being here.
Yes, she's having a rough time right now, Vern, but we're gonna get through it like we always do. And I think, Case, when you go to that new clinic, I really feel like they're gonna be able to help you. I really, really do.
I think so. I think so too. I just wish it wasn't so far away. I mean, time wise, wasn't so far away. They
Yeah.
can't see me till June.
Yeah, but that's good. Like I said, that's good that they're so busy, because it means that they're a really good place and people come from all over to go to that clinic. So everybody that prays, pray for that there'll be a cancellation and that they can help her, and or send us all your good thoughts. We appreciate it so much. City Girls Glam, hey, I'm so glad you could make it too.
I really do
Yes, Ginger.
appreciate everyone being
Yes.
here.
Yes. Um, yeah, they want to outscoop each other. You're exactly right, Ginger. Exactly right. Um, okay, I want to tell you guys a little bit about Daisy. Uh, let's see. And I also just want to tell you guys that I really appreciate you uh, being here for Case, and she's had a lot of her migraines have become more frequent, and but this is what she loves to do, you guys. And I know that all of you are so supportive, and I appreciate it so much for you being here for her. And but this is what she wants to do, so we're just going to facilitate that and help her all that we can. Okay. Do you see what Vern said? He said, "Yes, we will. I'll be sending prayers and plenty of good vibes. You can stuff them in your pockets and use them as you need them, sweetie." Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much,
you so
Vern.
much. Thank you.
Yes. Uh, so this tells about actually uh, Daisy's mom was at work, and the detective calls her and says, "Do you know where your daughter is?" And she said, "No, why?" And they said, "We were actually looking for her boyfriend." And come to find out, the maintenance worker had found Daisy stabbed to death and wrapped in a carpet out front of her apartment building. This is Daisy. And that was in February. And
I'm
when
sorry,
they,
Chris. Chris said you had thinking she's gonna get to be in the same state with me.
I got confused. I'm sorry. At least I ain't no
It's
real
okay.
I ain't no
It's
real lifer, because I don't even know where Chris lives. You know it. Okay, it was in February, and 3 months later, they still hadn't found Victor. So her family decides to go to TikTok to try to get some help. And let's see. This wasn't the one that I wanted. Hold on a second, guys. Well, I'll just tell you guys about it. They only ended up having 10,000 hits for her name. And how many did we read about the Idaho 4? How many they had? Like $250,000 or something like that, which I want all the cases to get good attention, but we know how that goes, that some get a lot and some get very little. But okay, in July 1st, a tip came in on Instagram saying that they saw Victor Sosa at a little tourist bar in Mexico, and they recognized him because of Daisy's family putting it on TikTok. So the next day he was arrested, and Victor Sosa was found guilty May of 2022, and he was sentenced 26 years to life. And I would like to share with you guys what her mama said. Um, you all right, Case?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just mute everyone, so I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just
Okay.
listening.
Okay. Uh,
Uh, my Moscow Police Department just released another update too.
okay, you go ahead and deal with that, and I'm going to try to find what I was looking for.
Uh, okay.
Let's see. Okay, hold on just a second, guys. I got it. Is it on their Facebook page, Case, or did they do a new video?
They did new video. They got a new press release too, but it I can't tell that it's telling the same thing as video. So I'm gonna pull up video too.
Okay, I'll play this, and then you can decide if it's worth listening to or not.
I
Candace,
can't tell
hey,
that there's
I'm
much
so glad you could
difference
be here.
in what's
No.
already been played.
Okay.
Sentencing today for the man convicted of murdering his 19-year-old ex-girlfriend. Before the sentencing, her mother and father were given the opportunity to express their grief and their pain. Eyewitness News reporter Sid Garcia joins us now from the courthouse in Compton.
He knew my Daisy outgrew him. He knew my Daisy didn't want him anymore.
Before Victor Sosa was sentenced to 26 years to life for killing his ex-girlfriend, 19-year-old Daisy De La O. Daisy's parents had their chance to tell the court and Sosa how he has devastated their family.
All I ask today, Your Honor, is to see that this parasite should never, ever live a normal life, just like he took the possibility of me getting old without my baby.
Daisy De La O was murdered in February of 2021. According to family, she broke up with Sosa after what they allege was an abusive relationship. A month after their breakup, Sosa called Daisy to meet at the family's Compton apartment. Sheriff's investigators say that's where he killed her by slashing her throat, rolling her up in a rug, and dumping her body next to the family's apartment complex. A bloody knife was found next to her. Sosa fled. Daisy's friends posted TikTok videos of Sosa asking for help finding him. They caught a break. He was found at a restaurant in Rosarito Beach, Mexico. He was brought back to Southern California to face trial where he was convicted in May of first-degree murder.
There is still no sentence that can fill the void of not having to have the opportunity to see your daughter grow.
I asked Susana Salas after everything was said and done, what's next for her? She says she's glad the legal process is over, but she adds she's going to spend the rest of her life grieving the loss of her daughter, Daisy.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
Hey, Case, I gotta stop this somehow. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Uh,
Okay, I
is
got it.
you okay? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think this might be a little bit different of interview with the captain of the police department. So we might play a little bit. I've already turned speed up just a little bit. You know, we can stop it and talk some throughout it. But is let's see. I know it's about like 2 minutes in that he's talking about like what it was like that day with people outside and everything when 911 was called.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll get sure.
Okay.
Your friend's trying to
Let me back it up just a
the
little bit.
neighborhood, but it was very, very somber. Like I said, it's a community of college students that live over there, and you have enough word of mouth to what had happened. They're standing outside. There's a lot of crying. Their friends trying to find out who exactly was inside the house. Family members that arrived on scene. Totally hard for community. It was also really, really hard on our officers. Some of them were very young, and that was the first real major country with the pandemic. So emotionally, it was a very, very draining day. Resources gained, and then the first about 3 days was adjustment, trying to get resources in place and then get a system that worked for everybody. The FBI got involved almost immediately, and the FBI, the Idaho State Police, and the Moscow Police Department all have a little bit different way of doing things, and that's okay. But when you're working collectively, you have to put a system in place that starts information flowing, and you can handle it in a logical manner. So, fortunately, the FBI has some experience in those areas, and they were very, very good at helping us set up their virtual command post. And then once everything was in place, it became a very, very systematic method of processing the information that was coming in.
Can you sum up the last month in terms of the investigation?
Yeah, a lot of emotional highs and lows, but an incredible amount of teamwork. The general public doesn't have any idea the scope of this investigation, the number of people that are involved, not just here in Moscow, but investigative and interview teams in the northern part of Idaho, the southern part of Idaho, the eastern part of Idaho, resources from the Salt Lake City FBI office, the Coeur d'Alene FBI office, analysts back in Virginia, and the number of people that have flown here.
See, guys, see what we've been saying all along. There's more than just Moscow Police Department investigating this. I think they have it, under control. There are multiple agencies investigating. Multiple.
Or driven here from great distances to just lend their specialty to this investigation. We have the FBI's command post in our parking lot, and we've hooked them up to Wi-Fi, and everything that they would normally do down in Salt Lake City, they're doing right here in our parking lot. So the team effort has been amazing. It's been overwhelming at times, but there are so many people with so much expertise, somebody always steps up and takes the role that needs to be filled.
What role has speculation, rumors, and the conversations on social media play in the investigation?
Yeah, that has been by far the most frustrating part of this. We've always closely guarded the information that we discovered at the scene and our investigative information because we want to protect the integrity of this investigation. And just look at social media and the rumors that fly out there. A small piece of information that has speculation added to it just takes its own life on the internet and starts rumors. And then we find ourselves not only tracking those rumors down and trying to quell them, but also we see our tips that come in are geared more toward the rumor, not the facts that have been put out. And the really unfortunate part of it is the effect that it's had on the victims' families, on the college students and friends of the victims, some of whom have had death threats and constant harassment by various media outlets. So it's been devastating in some ways. In many ways, it just re-victimizes folks who have already suffered this terrible trauma.
What is next for this investigation?
Well, this investigation is not cold. We get tips every day that are viable. We get dozens and dozens of tips. We sort through them, we prioritize them, and for sure, some of them are not good tips. They're not even relevant to the case. But every single day, we get a good amount of viable tips, and those tips help us do everything from clear people who maybe there was some speculation about to further some of the theories that we're working on. So the next is just to continue on what we're doing, eliminate the information that we know is not going to be relevant to the investigation, and take all the new information, and eventually, and we see this coming. Eventually, we're going to narrow in on exactly what happened and who did it.
Okay. Sorry,
So,
sorry about that, guys.
what was it?
No, I didn't get stopped for. I thought it was starting to play next video, but
That's okay. Uh, let's see here. What was I going to say? So he was kind of talking about all the rumors that they get to. I think that if they came out with a little more information or quit backtracking and stuff like that, I think it would quell a lot of the rumors. And also, some people are upset that they didn't offer a reward yet in the case. But what I'm thinking is they're getting so many tips right now that usually they offer a reward when the tips are slow. And if they
mm-hmm,
offer the reward now, people might just call in tips just to get that reward and not even be relevant to the case. Like, kind of like they were doing with Brian when they offered that big reward for him, you know?
mm-hmm. And you want, I think rewards are good when they aren't getting any tips, but they're getting tips. They're getting leads. So just kind of let them do their thing. And another thing I want to caution against that we talked about the other day, accusing someone of a crime, of committing murder when you are not in authority or a position of authority to do so, can land you in jail away from your family. Is that what you want? Seriously, is that what you want? Because that's what can happen. You can end up incarcerated for for, for harming someone. These people can come and sue you civilly for defaming their reputation. You've got 18, 19, 20-year-old college students who are just starting their adult life that are being accused of murder by online people. I think that this hits home to me a little more, but because I do have a 22 and uh 22 and 25-year-old. I can't imagine if they were away at college and this happened and someone accused them of being a part of it, and I knew that they weren't. You know what I mean? If they had rock solid alibi and I knew that they weren't. I can't imagine as a mom hearing those things. So, guys, we got to remember that. We've got to. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've got to remember that. So,
Lord forbid that you accidentally are friends with them on Facebook or accidentally commented on a TikTok 125 weeks ago or something like that. You know, false
mm,
accusations can really, really, really harm people. Sometimes it's life or death. You know, literally, some people
it,
can't take. Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. Okay,
They can't
y'all have
take.
heard me talk about Joe Clyde Daniels in Tennessee. There was this private investigator that had came to Tennessee to investigate this on his own. He brought his own search dogs, everything. He developed a quote unquote lead on this man that admitted he was driving home from work during the night. That night Joe Clyde went missing, and the guy testified in court what happened. Soon as he was off the stand, and they said, "Okay," the judge said, "Okay, you're released from your subpoena." Private investigator went to his house, started questioning him, accused him of hitting Joe Clyde and hiding his body. I mean, every time that private investigator went on Facebook, it was, I know this guy did it. I know this guy did it. I know this guy. Guess what? The guy committed suicide. He couldn't take it anymore. I don't know about y'all. I don't want to be responsible for someone committing suicide. Children growing up without a parent because somebody got a wild hair up their rear end and started accusing people of murder.
No. And
I just can't imagine.
no. Um, I want to that was the point that we were trying to get at today. Just please watch your words and think that these are real people, real kids. I was actually looking through all of their obituaries the other day, and I mean, it always hits me. I always put myself in the shoes of the victims or the parents or things like that. But when I read the obituaries, I was just thinking, what if this was my 22-year-old niece? You know, I mean, it told a lot about them. And if you're ever feeling disconnected or, you know, read the obituaries. It'll get you. It really will.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Nothing else. Pull their pictures up. Pull those sweet innocent pictures up, and look at their faces. Look at the life. How excited they were. Just the gleam in their eyes. Look how excited that they were for
That's
life.
also
Maddie,
that.
wasn't Kaylee supposed to graduate this weekend?
Yes, I think somebody said that two of them were actually supposed to graduate this weekend, but I didn't catch who the other one was. She worked so hard, 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's
And
kind
I
of a
mean,
double-edged. I'm sorry, I think there's a little bit of a delay. You go ahead, Case.
yeah, go. I just said, no, go ahead, Mo. I wasn't saying nothing. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that it's kind of like a double-edged sword, though, because when you do look at those faces, you do get angry and you do want to go after people for it. So it's kind of a balance, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a balance, but we also have to remember we can't do anything that could potentially bring criminal charges our way. You
Yeah.
know, you just don't want to be responsible for that. You just you don't. I don't. I
Mm-mm.
don't want to be responsible for it.
No way.
Because I didn't realize I didn't have my TV muted. Ma, I bet that's what you heard sometimes thinking I was talking. I forgot to mute
Mm,
my TV.
that's okay. I think that's about all that we have for today. I'm so glad that
Yeah.
each of you come. It's not the numbers that I get excited about. It's that people actually want to spend their time with us because time is an asset that you can't get back. You can always earn more
Amen.
money. Yeah, you can always earn more
Mm-hmm.
money and stuff like that, but you can never get more time. And it means a lot that each of you come and decide to spend your time with me in Case
Mm-hmm.
and contribute like you all do to the
Exactly. I think
conversations.
next time, if I feel better, we will try to do have open the panel up. Mo and I were discussing while ago about open panel, but honestly, guys, the way I'm feeling today, I don't much feel like it, but I try to get better, and then the next time that we go live, we try to have panel, try to have, open the panel and let you guys come up and talk, because we want you guys to feel like you can come here and come up on panel and talk, express your opinions, because as long as it's respectful, all opinions are welcome. As long as it's respectful and not flat out accusing somebody of a crime without some proof. You know what I mean? All opinions are welcome. And guys, let's if you pray for these four victims' families. Pray for the first responders and the police that had to go in and retrieve their bodies. Pray for all of them. Oh, Broken Justice, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. We really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. But we will definitely open panel up next time. Just today, I'm sorry that I'm not feeling best, but we will open panel up. We've been talking about that a lot when we talk on phones, about having open panels. And well, I don't think I put that back like that way, but I didn't do that right there. I click on wrong one. But anyway,
Okay.
thank you all so much for being here. We love you. We love you all. Please share. Make sure you're subscribed to Mo's channel and to my channel. Um, because eventually we're gonna start doing some lives just on Mo's channel to get her
I
built up
pinned
even more.
I pinned Case's comments to the top of my comments. I think I did. If you guys want to subscribe to her, but I'm sure everybody is. But
Yeah, and I pinned up here to the top. Yeah, it's pinned to the top of both. Oh, thank you, Broken Justice. We appreciate the
yeah,
super stickers. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for being so kind and understanding. Mo and I will talk and figure out when next live will be, and we'll get scheduled. But we
yes.
really do appreciate you all.
Everybody
Do you
have a
have
good day. I love you all, and pray for
we do.
the victims, and pray for Case, and pray for each other. And we'll talk to you all later. Bye, everybody.
Bye guys. Thank you. Thank you, mods. We appreciate you all. Thank you.